Hey guys, how are you doing? I haven't been on in a few days because I've been going through some stuff that's really upsetting me. Um, it's just so unfair that every time I get a car, something happens and I wind up losing it. I mean, what the? Got this car in March. March! And the starting thing started at what, about a month ago? And I had the car towed to the guy I bought it from, the mechanic. Then, without even asking me, he towed my car to another mechanic. And the next morning, when that mechanic went into the car, it started. So he figured there was nothing wrong with it. So I paid $60 for towing, $65 to him for doing nothing. The car worked for a week and then it stopped again. Worked for another week and it stopped again. Now it's been a week and a half and it hasn't started. So I put an ad in the paper to sell it. I don't know what else to do. Nobody told me how expensive a Volvo is to maintain or make repairs to. Apparently, it is one of the most expensive cars in the world. I mean, I was looking up prices and I just couldn't believe it. A simple battery, $250 for a Volvo? I'm like, what? Starters, alternators, whatever else could be wrong with it? Humongous prices that I could never ever afford. And I'm like, why didn't they tell me? My cousin has a Volvo. Doesn't she know? She knows how poor I am. I live on Social Security and a part time job. And I'm just beside myself. I'm just beside myself. If somebody had told me, I would not have gotten the Volvo. I would have waited for another car. And I'm just, and our thinking is that, on my salary, there was no way I can't even afford to get a key for that freaking car because the key itself is like $100, and then it's another 150 to program it, and then they're going to add more labor onto it. And I talked to the Volvo guy for quite a while, and he said, unlike what my mechanic told me that the Volvo person said it was definitely the key. When I talked to Volvo, they said it's a 50-50 chance it's the key. It could be something else. He said you could spend $300, $400 to get that key programmed, and that may not even be the problem. So thank God I called Volvo and I talked to him. And he went on to say that the 2001 SE Volvo is one of the most difficult cars to work on, especially programming a key. Really? Then I'm very good at researching, okay? I mean, I have been researching for weeks now what could be wrong with the car. And when that second mechanic didn't even look at the car, I was just beside myself. Just beside myself. So I found online there is a Volvo forums .com where there's a lot of Volvo mechanics on there, and people are always asking them questions. So I told them my situation, and one of the mechanics said to me, "It is not the key. If it was the key, it wouldn't even be starting at all. So it's not." And then another guy comes on and he said, "I would never recommend a 20-year-old Volvo to anyone who cannot fix it themselves." Wow. Just wow. Can you imagine? I mean, do I have a freaking curse over me with cars? I think I do. I really think I do. I don't think I meant to have a car. I really don't. So I put an ad in the paper. I couldn't ask for much because of the starting problem. I've got one lady who really, really wants it, and she's going to have her mechanic look at it, which pisses me off because that car has seen two different mechanics and they wouldn't even. Well, the first mechanic couldn't figure it out. He had the car and it couldn't start, and it couldn't start, and he didn't know what it was. So he transferred it over to this other guy who supposedly knows about Volvos, and yet because it started, he didn't do anything about it. So I'm going to be so upset if her mechanic can fix it, but I probably wouldn't be able to afford it anyway. But yeah, that's what's been going on in here, and I'm beside myself. So what I'm gonna do, I'm asking $1,000 for that car. If I get the $1,000, I'm gonna quit my job. The $1,000 will cover my bills for like 3 or 4 months, which will be great. And then hopefully by then, I'll be getting the extra help with Social Security, and I'll be getting that 8.5% raised COLA, and I'll be fine. But I just hate the fact that I have to give up my car, another car, and better luck next time, I guess. I need a car that doesn't cost $1,000 to get a freaking part taken care of, right? So that's what's been going on with me. I've not been a happy camper at all. Sorry, my phone kept going off. So that's what's been going on with me, and I'll seek the advice of a friend and see what she says. So I hope everyone's doing good, and I'll see you next time.